they were like, you know, it's okay, it's okay. And I go, no, it's not okay. No, it's not. You don't understand. This is my car. You don't understand. This is my car. You know, I'm a typical whiny girl, you know, it's not going to be okay. And so, you know, they were like calming me down. My name is Elizabeth. I have a treat for you today. I'm going to be telling you something that's happened to me, and I hope it would never happen to you, but I want to share it with you, as well as get ready with me. And everything I am using, I will link down below so you can take a look at what I've been using. So what happened was, years ago, it was my first husband. It was before my son was born, Keith. And I had met him, and we got married, and he really became really good friends with my family. And he was really good friends with my brother, Robert. And well, my husband was always a type of person that when he came home, he would sit there and say, let's go fishing, or let's go camping, or let's go. He was very spontaneous. So I loved it, you know, because I was like, oh, okay. You know, I never know if he was going to want to just stay home or if he wanted to go out. But this time, my brother had come over and was visiting. All of a sudden, my husband come home, and he says, I want to go to Mexico. Now, mind you, we lived in Indio, it's near the border of Mexico. So I was really kind of hesitant, and I'm like, well, okay. I've never had that happen before. Let's go to Mexico. We packed some stuff, not a whole bunch of stuff, but we did pack a few things, because it was just for a day trip. Like I said, it wasn't that far from Indio to Mexico. If you ever look on the map, you'll see it. But yeah, it's not that far. So and it was just like Baja, Mexico, so it wasn't really something that's really far. But it was like deep into Mexico. So we were just going to go for the day and then come home in the afternoon, because we left early in the morning. So we took off, and my brother was like, he goes, are you sure we can get, you know, everything's gonna be okay when we get over there? And he goes, oh yeah, I speak Spanish, it'll be fine. Started heading toward the border, and it was no problem, you know, they let us right in, you know, no problem, none at all. We went there, had a great time, had a ball. We went to the beach, we went swimming, because over there, we actually, you could actually go right on the beach. I mean, drive right into the water. There's no limits of where you need, you know, they had no rules, pretty much. Well, it wasn't until we were, you know, getting tired and we got done eating, we went to a really nice place to eat. Had great food, because I love Mexican food. Just love Mexican food. We had some great food, had great time. And then we're going to be heading home. So, okay. And so it took us about a couple hours, and then we finally hit the border. We were going to get back across the border. Well, as we pull up, I was getting kind of tired, you know, because it was getting kind of late, you know. And all of a sudden, this guy, as we're driving up there, one guy comes out, and he starts speaking Spanish and motioned us to go to the left. And I'm like, why are we going to the left? Because you could go straight right into our, you know, United States. Well, they put a cone on our car with a number. I told my husband, I says, man, I go, why are they doing this? He goes, I really don't know. And so he was speaking, thank God he spoke Spanish. And he starts speaking Spanish to him. And then all of a sudden he says, the guy tells him, because Manuel told me and my brother, he goes, he wants us to follow these people. I'm like, why? And he goes, don't know. He goes, I'm not sure why they want us to follow him. And I'm like, okay. So I followed the girl, and they followed the other guy. We go into this place, and they separate us. I went straight, and they went to the little bit to the right area. Well, couldn't find out she wanted to search me. So I'm like, okay. So I let her search me, but I was like, okay, whatever. I was kind of over it, and I was tired because, like I said, we've been there all day, and mind you, it was a long time. We were there for quite a while. I come walking out with this lady, start walking up toward my husband and my brother, and all of a sudden they're laughing. I'm like, what are you guys laughing at? I mean, I was livid because here I got strip searched and they're laughing. And I couldn't figure out why. Well, I walk up and my husband tells me, he says, well, he goes, they were going to search us. Lo and behold, he goes, they took off my brother's shoes and they smelled really bad. And so the guy goes, oh, no, I'm not going to search you no more. So they didn't even search him. They stopped at his shoes. So I'm like, whatever. I was over it. I was just wanting to get home. I just was like, I'm over it. I want to go home. And go, I'm so sorry. We just thought that you guys were people that they were looking for. And they thought that we were them. We fit the description of a female, white female, a white male, and a Mexican. And we fit the description. They thought that we were them. No, we're not. But, I understand where they were coming from, though. So, I mean, at the time, I was livid. But, my car, now, mind you, my car was brand spanking off the lot that my husband, Manuel, he bought me. Even 2 months old. And mind you, I was only about 22 years old. And I was really happy that he bought me a car, and he walked out. I was like, my car? My car! Basically, like I did, I got stripped. It was stripped. It had the seats out. It had the bumpers off. It had the side, as you open the doors, the side panel doors inside the port. All those was taken off, where you could see the window. It had the back seat taken out. It had the in trunk where the spare was. That was taken off. It was pulled out and unscrewed. But I have to admit, though, when we did get out there, I mean, because I was crying, but they had everything there, Well, thank God that I had my husband and my brother there, so he kind of knew how to put cars together and all that good stuff. So I was grateful for that. So my brother, like I said, he's a mechanic, so he always had tools, and so did Manuel. He always had tools in his car. Never went anywhere without tools. It's a guy thing, I guess, which I'm grateful for. I went out. I was like, like I said, I was devastated. I was crying, and I was like, my car. Of course, both Manuel and my brother, they were like, it's okay. And I go, no, it's not okay. I was like, no, it's not. You don't understand. This is my car. You don't understand. This is my car. It's not going to be okay. It's never going to be okay. And, I'm a typical whiny girl, it's not going to be okay. I finally, they finally put everything back together, but I guess they were looking for drugs, from what, I mean, like I said, it was back in the early 80s. I'm assuming from years of now, I'm almost 60. So I'm assuming they were looking for drugs. So, but my brother, sweet brother, and my lovely husband at the time, and we're still friends, by the way. I'm friends with all my exes except one. So I was like, I came home, took a shower, a long shower. It was one of the experiences that I would not want to wish on anybody. Like I said, I have a lot of stories that happened to me when I was younger. But yeah, I mean, I understood, you know, I mean, I understand now why they did it. I don't hold any animosity or anything against them because they were doing their job, you know. The only thing that I wish that they would have done was is if they're gonna take it apart, put it back together. But that was my story, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have another story, if you have a story of your own to tell, I would love to hear it. You know, with this coronavirus going around, being distancing from our families, I pray for your family. I've been praying for the world. Take care and be nice to each other. Wash your hands. Bye-bye.